Hello, home fragrance fans. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Bobbie-Jo, and I'm an independent Scentsy consultant. So today is January 13th of 2025. And I am coming on here because I found a recipe with other Scentsy bars to make the beloved apple butter frosting dupe. All right, so this will be my recipe. If you guys like this kind of content, please hit that like and subscribe below for all of my upcoming videos. Okay, so before we go, apple butter frosting came out in 2012, 2013, 2014. It was way back when I first was a consultant, way back then. I remember getting this. Customers love this. I love this. I got this in a brick. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Unfortunately, I never put it in my club, but my sponsor, Robin, thank you, Robin, has it in her club and was able to send me a bar of it. So she was so gracious to send me a bar. She's like, if you can find a recipe, we will all be grateful for this. So thank you, Robin. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. I was able to basically, I remember what it smelled like, but I needed a bar of it to see what if I could come up with something very, very close, and I did. Almost a dupe for it, okay? Like almost replicates it. Almost. Very, very close, like extremely close. So other people have said from 2024, toasted apple butter came out and whipped frosting. If you have these in your club, and you were lucky enough to put them in your club, I was, but if you took 1 cube of toasted apple butter and 1 cube of whipped frosting and mixed them together, they smelled like apple butter frosting. And it's close. It is close, but not quite. I found that it gave a little bit of a more toasty note to it, and apple butter frosting does not have a toasty note to it whatsoever. Apple butter frosting is vanilla buttercream, spices, and apples. Those are the scent notes in apple butter frosting. So I worked and tried different recipes and tried combining different stuff and did a lot of other stuff to try to find this recipe. And I found one and I was like, I think I got it. I'm almost positive I got it, but I want to make sure. So I did message Robin. I said, hey, if you have some empty warmers and you have these scents, do you mind mixing them and tell me if you get apple butter frosting? And so I gave her the recipe and she tried and she's like, oh my gosh, Bobbie-Jo, you got it. She said, you do have it. The only thing is please do not, this will not do well in an open concept, larger area. Both of us tried it and we didn't really smell it in a larger area. However, I was able to smell it in our downstairs living area, which is a smaller living area with 2 warmers going in it. I was able to smell it in our master. I was able to smell it in the kids' bedrooms. The recipe for this and these scents are available all the time, all year round, spring, summer, fall, winter catalogs. You can get these scents, and this is it's basically the recipe. So you mix it exactly. Don't try to alter it. I've altered it many times, and I found that this was how it worked best. Okay, so you want to take your bar of baked apple pie and you want to take 1.5 cubes of baked apple pie. Not 1 cube, not 2 cubes, 1.5. Now remember, I tried different ways and how to warm I tried the 2 cubes. I tried the 1. No, 1.5 cubes of baked apple pie. Put it in your warmer. Then you want to take your bar of vanilla bean buttercream. Now I have a brick and I used a scale to measure all of these out to make sure it was exact. But you want to take your vanilla bean buttercream bar and take 1 cube of vanilla bean buttercream from your bar and put it in the same warmer of the baked apple pie, the 1.5 cubes of baked apple pie. So you're all putting this in the same warmer, okay? Because it's got to mix and get the same scent of apple butter frosting. You don't want to stop there. It will not give you the scent of apple butter frosting. You're missing some spice notes. So the next thing you want to put in is Welcome Home. So take your bar of Welcome Home and take 1 cube of Welcome Home and split it into 4. So cut it here with a knife, cut it here with a knife. And take 1/4, not a half, not the whole thing, 1/4 of a cube of Welcome Home and throw that into the warmer with the baked apple pie and the vanilla bean buttercream. That is the recipe. So you want to take, for each warmer that you are trying to achieve apple butter frosting, 1.5 cubes of baked apple pie, and these are all Scentsy bars, 1 cube of vanilla bean buttercream, and 1/4 of a cube of Welcome Home. Trust me, it is like almost dupe. So close. So very close. So I'm coming on here because I wanted to share this recipe with all of you lovers of apple butter frosting, because this is so close. If you don't have this in your club and you're missing it, like I've been missing it, I was really hoping that it was going to come back in the last round of voting for Bring Back My Bars, and it didn't. I have no idea why, because there were so many lovers of apple butter frosting. If this is you, try this recipe, but again, not great for open concept areas. All of these scents on their own, like vanilla bean buttercream, baked apple pie, Welcome Home, are great performers, but I mixed them together and it seemed to it wasn't. I was assuming it would be a powerful performer, but it wasn't. So only like smaller areas, and you will be able to get that scent of apple butter frosting until hopefully one day it does come back. Hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed. So that is the recipe. If you've missed it, it's 1.5 cubes of baked apple pie, 1 cube of vanilla bean buttercream, and 1/4 of a cube of Welcome Home. Again, thank you for all watching. If you like this kind of content, please hit that like and subscribe below, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.